Hello everyone, this is Dan from Canadian V Family. We are back at the Rivian Center. So as you can see in the back here, lots of Rivians. Family over there, kids jumping around, very excited to get the truck finally. Well, after all, we're waiting like for half of his life for the truck. It's quite a lot, right? So yeah, this is the Rivian Center. It doesn't have a lot of Rivian things there. I'm gonna show a little more. So walk around here. On top of those amazing Rivians, we also have the chargers. And this is like, we have to show this. Yeah, I guess this is like one of the few places we have like Rivian chargers in Canada. I hope I can see more of them. They look nice. Look at this. Quite neat, huh? And you see they even have like the big area where they have all the hardware and all the cabling and everything that enables this to do the fast charging. There are like more boxes all over the place here. So yeah, last video was fun because I found the yellow truck. Someone said that, oh, this is my truck. So maybe you can find your own truck around here. So we're in the same parking lot. Or maybe someone has this truck here, I don't know. there is even a Tesla charging there. Interesting. Okay then, so I'm gonna show inside now. And finally, I got my Rivian. So I'm so happy. you probably saw on the rest of the video itself. This video is gonna be a little longer, but that's fine. Expected, right? I have a lot of things to say. In fact, the buying process itself is something that I want to talk about. So it's an online buying process, similar to when I bought my Tesla. There's extra steps there. In fact, they ask for a lot of documentation. They ask for, well, again, proof of insurance. You have to have it. I have problems there. I have to talk a little about this. Then you have to do the down payment. They have their own method of having the down payment for the car. That was really, really nice. Then you have to schedule the delivery or the pickup. Also have like some things that I have to mention. I will go even further on this on the video. And then finally, take possession of the car, the inspection, talk to the guide. It's quite nice, and truly the guides are amazing. I especially got like 2 guides. One was during the process when I was acquiring the car, and another guide was only there for the delivery because the first guide was sick. Unfortunately, I could not meet the person, but the guide that delivers the car was like just amazing. You're there, you're probably watching this, so thank you so much. Couldn't be smoother than what it was. So even with the little things that we found in the car, the process itself was amazing. The big shout out to that person. I don't want to identify who it is, but if you are lucky enough to get exactly the same person that I got, you're in heaven. So yeah, that's definitely, I have to mention this, like it is at least fair. So about the buying process. Remember the proof of insurance that I mentioned that I have to provide, right? Usually it's like pretty straightforward. You just go, book your insurance, pay whatever the price they ask you for that. There's like several flavors available to every kind of personalized options for insurance you can have. It's fine, except that in my case, they could not find the VIN number. Why? I was digging a lot about that. And one of the reasons that I think was the case is that instead of waiting for the car to come by, I decided to snatch one car from the R1 shop. This car was sent from Normal, Illinois directly to Ontario, Canada. And until the car crossed to Canada, there was no VIN number on any Canadian database. Then another issue occurred is that after the car crossed to Canada, only one of the probably 2 databases that the insurance use in Canada, or at least in Ontario, were populated with the VIN, and another one still doesn't have it. Like, we're in February, 1st of February, and most of the insurance that use the second database that I call the second database, I mentioned this in the Rivian forums, still don't have the information about the car. So I was very limited on my options on what insurance I could get on the car. And you have to have the insurance in order to drive it, right? I cannot just go there and tow back home and wait for insurance to come by. I wish, but no, was not an option. And I'm probably gonna need a Rivian to tow a Rivian just for the fun. But the thing is that I finally found one that used the database number one. I have no idea how they divide those things. So that database number one gives like about 2 or 3 only insurers that are able to work with the car. Most of them, the price were like insanely high. So we're talking like I have like really good historic of insurance and everything else. I barely use my insurance. That's the point of having insurance, not use them. I drive carefully, I do everything I should do, and that's why I have like a good price for insurance. But some of them were like more than double, or sometimes almost the triple of the price of the cheapest one. And I also did some exercise checking the 2023 version of the truck, because that they have on the database, gladly, like all the database, they have 2022 and 2023 models from R1T and R1S. But 2024, just 3 companies. So not gonna talk about the companies. I don't wanna make any like, oh, this company is, no. I'm not here to promote any company, I'm not being paid for this video at all. I'm just trying to give my real thoughts about it and unhindered thinking what was the process and how I got insurance. So finally I got insurance. Was not the most expensive one, was not the cheapest one. The cheapest one is still waiting for them to populate the database. Eventually I will be able to have it. I'm not sure. I have, if I decide to break the agreement with the current insurer, I have to pay like some fees and something like that, and maybe it's not worth it for me. Maybe I'll keep this one for a year. Well, things that goes when you buy a brand new 2024 car, even though I'm surprised that we're in February, right? We're supposed to have this on most of the database. No, they're not. Okay, that's fine. I got insurance, and then I mentioned to my guide at the time, say, look, I'm waiting until like a day or two before the delivery date, that was yesterday, to see if I can have like a better price of a different insurance, something like this. And my guide was great on that point. They say, no, you have to provide the proof of insurance 72 hours before the delivery date. Very important thing. So don't leave things for the last minute. Glad I asked. Or at least I got insurance anyway. Like, just make sure that I had insurance at least 72 hours before the delivery date. And everything went very smooth on the Rivian side. Very smooth. Once I got the insurance, they unblocked me the next steps into the process. And one of the next steps was to down payment and financing options or buyout, whatever. Like, they offer their own financing system, is via Scotiabank. So Rivian associated with Scotiabank for the if you want to have your car financed. And they are offering like really decent interest rates. So we're talking about between 6.8% to 7 point something percent on like 6 months or something like that. So I set up with like 6.86. So still high, but okay. That's the time we're living right now. 2024, interest is very high. I could use the HELOC from my home, but they're gonna go even higher. We're talking about prime plus 0.5%. That gives like 7.7% on the HELOC. So I'm not gonna use the HELOC for the car. That's clear. I'm gonna use the financing. The good thing about the finance itself is that in any moment I want to put a down payment and, I don't know, pay the full amount of the car, I'm okay to do this, no penalties, nothing. They will be happy with me anyway, and that's great, because if, I hope, the interest rates go down in Canada by, I don't know, mid of the year and forward or something like this, maybe the HELOC, HELOC is home equity line of credit for people that are not aware of these terms here in Canada. I have that on my house. So if you want a house, pretty much you can have like a HELOC, and that usually gives like prime plus 0.5, prime or prime minus 0.5. So if prime goes down, I hope it does. Whatever in the government look at this and think about lowering down the prime, do it. Yes, please do it. We need better interest rate right now. economy looks like stable. So if primary goes down and I can pay less for my HELOC than I pay for my car loan, I just pay out the whole amount of the car loan, get rid of the higher interest rate, and just keep the lowest one. Anyway, in both cases, the payment fits on my pay, so I'm okay with the idea. I finance in like several years, and I put a good down payment of money I have on the side, so that put me in a comfortable position to wait until the best rates comes by. So again, if you want to buy a car, and again, Rivian is not a cheap car, it's an expensive one, and I have something to say about that as well. It's an expensive car, we all know it, and is worth the money. I tend to say that it's almost every penny. I have the car for 200 kilometers. That's nothing. I need to test a lot more. You guys gonna see on the video for sure all the tests, everything I'm gonna do. I'm having so much fun finding out and finding few things on the car, and there's like few extra topics that I will dedicate a video just for this, because for example, most of the people don't enable Alexa on the car. Oh, he's just responding to me, sorry, I was not talking to you, Alexa. So I enable, and why? Even though like probably you realize that I don't work for the company that makes Alexa, it still is assistant. Oh, sorry, I'm enabling it again. So it works, it really works. So it's an assistant, it works really well, and part of the experience of the car depends on that. So the car was built with the idea of having a virtual assistant, whatever they choose, as an option to the car. And they have like a lot of options, a lot of possibilities that you can enable or just by using your voice. That's great, fantastic. I don't like the idea of like while I'm driving you have to go on the touch screen and tap around a lot, because I'm not paying attention to the road. Usually if my wife is on my side here, she's the one that is gonna tap on the screen and set up whatever I need. But if it doesn't happen, well, voice commands. I love this. Most of the cars nowadays, they have voice commands, but I think is the idea of having like an assistant is quite an interesting idea. Okay, so that being said, I mentioned about the price of the car. It's still expensive. I got like the pre-order price, so I'm paying 2018 price for a 2024 car. It helps a lot. The difference of the price itself in Canada is insane. We were talking about almost 50 grand for the same vehicle, and I will not be able to pay that probably if I have to pay the full price. Since I got the discounted price, I'm happy, and everything works out for me. So even though it's more than 100,000, we all know that we have a luxury tax for vehicles in Canada since 2022, that if your car is over $100,000, you have to pay extra. Yep, again, government make money, that's what they're best at. And in this car specifically, I didn't have to pay the tax. And the reason why I don't have to pay for this tax is because of the curb weight of the car. Well, in fact, not the curb weight, but the gross total weight of the vehicle that exceeds the threshold that says what is a class 2 or something. This one classified, I believe, as a class 2B or something like this, is a 3/4 ton pickup truck, or SUV in this case. And because of that, even though it goes over $100,000 for the vehicle retail price, you still have no luxury fee tax. Love it. That's great. It's a luxury vehicle without the luxury fee. Don't change this, please. Forget I told about that. So this was the buying process online and was quite nice. I also want to talk a little about the delivery itself. This is like a completely different experience compared to when I got my Tesla. I was expecting like the person to sit with me and talk more about the car and explain what I want to know about the car. I have an idea, but I never had an electric car before. I was craving for information, and this specific delivery for the Rivian was amazing. Again, lucky the people that got the same guide as me, or maybe all of them are really, really good, and maybe they are. I have no experience with other guides, but at least the only two that I have to work with, they're like incredible in all the aspects. They are like very attentive. They always respond to messages, and I had lots of questions. And believe it or not, I downloaded the manual for R1T and R1S when they released into 2022, and I read that thing like 2 or 3 times, but I still have like a lot of questions. Or maybe just like, where exactly the button is located, because like if you want to open the front or want to open the back, there's a specific point, and I'm gonna show on the video eventually about, I'm gonna make a rundown around the truck. This is more about the buying process, but I'm gonna make a rundown on the truck in another video, and I'm gonna show like those details of where you're gonna find all these buttons and things like this, things that my guide was able to point me like very quick, and it's pretty nice and respond to all my questions. So the process itself was like started, and you probably gonna see the video when me, Vanessa, and Lucas were driving to Vom. And we're from Kitchener-Waterloo area, and we have like 1 hour and something minutes to go. The appointment was at 10 a.m. We got a little earlier because I don't want to miss the appointment at all, because or else they will reschedule it for you. And right now they are in a rush. They are delivering so many trucks that they don't have a lot of time and space to juggle you around. So if you miss your appointment, you're probably looking to get a car in the next 2 weeks or so. So no, I don't want to wait an extra 2 weeks. If I wait since like pretty much 2019 for the car, no, I'm not waiting extra 2 weeks. So I was there 9:15. That was like good time to be there. And there's always traffic going down direction Toronto, right? So we got there. Good trip. Was we got the timing right. We get there, even though we were earlier, we spent some time in the area. I was able to see the chargers. You're gonna see on a video as well. There's videos about, explain a little about what I saw on the chargers. It's all level 2 chargers, but it still is one of the first Rivian chargers I saw in my life, so it was quite nice. Then we have the inside of the shop itself. Nice area, coffee's good. And again, everything goes along with the idea of the Rivian, their reasoning to be a company or something like this. Even the cup was compostable. Like you see on those minimal details that they really are there for their idea, and they follow through whatever is important for them. And if this aligns to you, even better aligns to me. What was great when I saw, oh, compostable cups. It doesn't change my life, but it was so nice to see that small little touch. Even the coffee that you get like from them is like, I bet is like they have like a equivalent how I say fair trade coffee there. I bet it was really good though. So then Lucas went there, and the guide said, hey little buddy, you want this, and give him a puzzle. He gives like some choice. So it is also a great experience if you go with kids with a delivery date or something like this. Great experience. My kid loved every second of being there, talking to the guide. They have a lot of fun together. Again, great guides. I mentioned this 100 times. I will mention another 100 more because they really deserve. And we have like, in general, a good time talking about vehicles, this amazing car, and everything else. Even the guy let me, like, you probably saw the video, the car getting out of that amazing portal, and new Rivian was born. The video is there already since yesterday. So it was great to film this, and the guy driving the car say, oh, please don't film me. But I really try my best to just get the car, and I hope you cannot see the guide, so that's the point. So still was fun experience, answer all my questions. We have like a good 45 minutes to go around the car, and I'm asking, pairing my phone, connecting the Wi-Fi, setting up the hotspot, because you have like a hotspot in the car, setting up Alexa, activate again. Okay, this thing is really good. Well, it activates every time, so I'm not talking to you, sorry. There you go. So, and I have to, there's an option to block the keyword that I not save back again. And I might do this in the future. So, and press the button when I want to talk to the car. So he explained a lot about the car. Was great explanation, all the details, all the questions. And I found one little thing. When I was checking the front of the car, one of the left panel was not very aligned. I'm very meticulous to those things. It was something that I knew was gonna bother me a lot, and I talked to the guide about it. Well, in this case, they said, oh, let me check in the garage and they're gonna check this for you. The person come back, say, if you give me about 40 minutes, we can align the panel back. Say, yeah, sure, do it. Great job. Looks flawless. It was not banging around or something. They really fixed the thing. I have no idea what they did. It took 40 minutes. I went to the mall, spent some time, bought stuff, came back. Car was ready, waiting for me. No issues. They fixed on the spot. Amazing service. Amazing service. So far is the first problem I have in the Rivian. So I might have more problems in the future. You all know. After all, that's the first 2024 I saw around here in the area. And I know some folks got the 2024 already in the US, but I think mine was the first one in Canada. Not sure. That's what Rivian told me. In this case, I'm probably like I'm the guinea pig for the 2024 model. So, well, let's see how it works. And if I can spot anything or something like this, the channel with the guys is always open. You can always send a message to them. They have a whole team of people, like very knowledgeable. They can answer a lot of your questions. Again, experience was amazing. Taking possession of the car was like fun. Find out all the hidden things here. The light that is stuck in the door is like favorite of my kid. He was playing with that thing. Say, please don't drop it, whatever, and don't lose it. I don't want to lose that thing. It's pretty bright. I would check that in the nighttime. I checked like during daytime. It's like, whoa, this is very bright. You have three settings. First one is like normal flashlight. The other one's like, the third one is like you're gonna blind someone. So don't point at other people's face. That's not polite. And we are in Canada after all, right? So all being said, the experience was amazing. Got the car, drove back home. Such an experience. The car is very responsive. The brake is very powerful. I'm used to the Tesla Model Y performance. When I have the regen on, I always use on the max. This car here, I said, I'm gonna put on the max. It's gonna be slightly stronger, but maybe not that much. It is super strong. I love it. It really breaks the car. I'm like, whoa, it's fun. You're gonna love this thing when you drive. Driving this car is amazing. I will have like definitely hundreds of videos that are gonna talk about my experience driving the car, on having like camping on the car. I have my trailer on the side. You cannot see right now, is covered because it's winter, but I would drag my trailer around. A lot of stuff, and then we're gonna have so much fun. And by the way, there's one thing I got some accessories as well. So the three factory accessories that I got was like the things you put on the top of the car. So you have like the roof racks. Then I got also one for my kayak. I have a kayak. Again, I have like a sport or something like that, like the J style. The one they gave me from Yakima is really, really nice, and I love the model, and it was the same price as Yakima. So why not put on the price of the car and pay together in like 72 months? Yeah, same price. So I will not buy it alone. And I got those two. And there's one thing that I never saw any video so far, and I used to watch a lot of videos, is the cover for the R1S for the trunk. You're not gonna be able to see from here. I'm gonna like film that thing later, and it's like the cover that like just visual protection from the things you put in the back. And there's like few knocks on the wall that it can move around. It's very easy to install. I'm gonna show you that in detail. That deserves like a little more space than this video here, and it's being very long already. I'm talking too much, and I have a lot of other pieces of video to show. But again, the whole point, buying experience, you know it all. Oh, by the way, on the down payment, they accept a stripe, a pad strap, as it gets directly from your debit account, and you can pay divided into two different transactions. So I use two different banks to send the money from the down payment. That was really convenient to me, so I don't have to move money from one extra bank to the other one, so I can send the money directly. I have this money invested in different banks, so it was very inconvenient to me. Only two though. I don't think you can have like 3 or 4 banks. I only think you can have from 2 banks. It was very convenient, directly from my draft account, and easy. Deposit was there. Book the schedule, the delivery, and that's all. On the delivery side, it was not available to send to my home. I'm probably not gonna get it anyway. It's probably gonna cost me, I don't know, $1,000, because everything like is $1,000. I prefer to drive the car and get the car there, but that option was not available. I don't know if it's a Canada thing, maybe because I'm more than 100 kilometers away from the Vaughan Center. I'm not sure why the option never popped up. I just know that I have to drive there and get my car myself. So that's conclude all my impressions about the buying process and the delivery process. So I hope you all like the video, and if you do, please have questions or something like this. Comments are open for this. This is nothing more than just a forum when I can share my experience, and I hope this can benefit of other Rivian owners. And eventually, one of the things I want to do, like at least at work, people has a lot of electric vehicles. I will highlight other electric vehicles that we have around here that fits or doesn't fit the Canadian winters or summers, and I want to make sure that I can have like a nice variety of EV vehicles, and we can compare between all of them. That'll be fun. I have a lot of friends with EVs that want to share the vehicles, and I'm really happy to do it for them. So hope you see you all in the next video. Have a good day.